name's Jason.
Hello, everybody, and I'm Steve.
And we are still the Highwaymen. Stand and deliver.
Yeah. Give us all of your sensibility.
Well, I don't know if there's any of that left. Not on this show.
No, we haven't got any. I'm talking about
No.
our avid viewers.
Today we are going to ask the question, are the royal family racists? Dun, dun, dun.
Controversial, Mr. B.
It's never been, it's never been targeted at them until recently. Obviously, Meghan Markle accused someone in the royal family of being concerned over Archie's skin tone. I read that it was saying that someone in the royal family had called Archie the N-word.
Really?
They called him a nerf herder. No.
Oh my God!
There's a joke attached to that, but I'll edit that in afterwards. You'll have to watch it. Steve, he won't get that reference, so you're gonna have to watch it and see me edit it in.
It looks like you managed to keep me around a little longer.
I assure you, I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, right. I think you just can't stand to let a fat guy like me out of your sight.
Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder?
You can't use that word. Only we can use that word.
No, they called him the N-word, and but I've looked at it since, and they've said it was the British press that called him the N-word, which you've got to see evidence of that, because I can't think that in the British press anyone would print that, anyone would say that, and still have a job, and it would be all over everything. So I don't believe that. So let's go back to the original accusation about Archie's skin tone. Well, firstly, I think if there was ever going to be any issue with the skin tone of their child, surely it would have been addressed before they got married. My argument is, and I'm going to say, I don't think they could possibly be racist for a very few interesting things. Firstly, going back to 1953, and you've got to look at the demographic of England in 1953. It was pretty much mainly white.
Yes.
And there was a lot more racism about there because people didn't know anyone of different religions or colours and stuff like that. So people basically made up what they knew from however they got the information, and didn't have the experience of knowing anybody who was different to them. But then you look at the royals, the Queen at 21 being given a coronation, she was mixing with people from all countries, all important people from all countries.
Yeah.
Actually got to know different people. The Queen was in a situation often where she was on an equal footing with people. Yeah. And then you go through, Prince Charles and they keep and they're visiting different countries, and there's always people of different colours and backgrounds and cultures, shaking hands and seeing the people at the level. So they got to know people from all countries. And I know Prince Philip made a few sort of off comments, didn't he?
He made one or two comments that were beyond close to the knuckle, quite honestly. He's still a man, or he was still a man, and he's still susceptible to that level of getting older.
Well, not only just that, sometimes you just do come out with stuff that you kind of think after. I mean, I do that on a Friday night when I go out. I'm sitting there and I get home on the Saturday morning. I think, oh my God, what did I say last night? I just hope that no one else remembers, because I never remember what anybody else says. So we all kind of say inappropriate. I don't mean racist things, but we all say inappropriate things at certain times. Prince Charles was romantically linked to one of the 3 degrees at one point. Did you know that?
Yes, he was. God, I forgot.
Yeah, Sheila.
You said right.
Yeah, and if no one is familiar with them, they were a sort of 70s or 80s.
Huge. They were huge.
Pop trio of 3 black women, wasn't that? So he was romantically linked to her.
They were incredibly attractive.
To her, very much so. And Diana obviously had an affair with an Indian doctor. Did you know that?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, an Indian doctor. That's well documented. And that was just before Dodi Al-Fayed, who was obviously Egyptian and a Muslim. You knew that, didn't you? Of course.
Yeah, I know that bit.
I know you didn't get out much.
I'm just the time frame here. She was chucking it about a bit, wasn't she?
She flattened some grass, I think. So she obviously went for Dodi Al-Fayed. And then obviously Harry has now found, a mixed race woman of his own.
I can't for a minute imagine that they would even think that way. I
No.
genuinely wouldn't. And when I said about the past and the present, I mean, you look at Charles now, you know, there couldn't be a more amiable, open-minded person.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think they could.
And the other thing is when you watch the people queuing for the Queen, you know, there were every single ethnicity in the queue who were coming forward saying how much they love the royal family.
I don't know what it is with us as a country, but we do love a good scandal. We do like a good war. And if there's nothing out there that makes someone look bad, well, we're very good at inventing it.
But again, Meghan Markle came forward, you know, there was concerns about Archie's skin tone. That's a very kind of open comment, because the other thing is you've got to think that Harry's ginger, and I'm sorry if there's any ginger people who work watching this who may get offended.
Just end it there. I'm sorry.
But ginger people tend to be whiter than white. You know, they are on the scale of whiteness. They tend to be the whitest. And obviously, there may have been a conversation. You know, I wonder whether Harry and Meghan Markle will be light-skinned or dark-skinned. You know, it doesn't make it a concern. And the other thing, I don't know if you've ever seen, there's a brilliant interview with Harry and William, where Harry says something about William being bold. And William turns around and says, "Well, at least I'm not a ginger."
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, so,
I know which one I'd rather be.
So they had that battle. Because I think it was said that it was Charles, but I always think it could be William, because they always used to banter about that sort of thing. So you know, my money's on being William, but in a boyish, banterish, silly way. And I think the only issue is the fact that, again, Meghan Markle's decided to come and tell everybody that there's an issue. We'll talk about them on another day, I think.
Okay,
Harry, we'll save that one for another day.
I have a ginger joke, Jay. I have a ginger joke. I feel this overwhelming urge I need to share.
Hang on, if we've got 90% subscribers, you know, I don't know what percentage of the population are ginger. We're going to lose it probably 2 or 3 just on your joke. But go on, let's have a ginger
joke. You may want to edit it out. I'm going to say it, and you may then wish to edit it out.
That's we can't. I can't have that in. That's too much. If it kicks off YouTube.
That is awful, isn't it?
Yes, that's an awful joke.
That's awful.
We'll bury
Sorry, I didn't think we'd keep it in, but I had to share it.
The royal family are racist. Definitely not. They love everybody. Everybody loves them. Happy days, mate.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, let's give them a thumbs up. And once again,
give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, yes, what a great leading that was. Yeah, absolutely so. But we say it again. Good luck, King Charles out there, and I think you're going to be a brilliant king.
I agree. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye bye.